You know, if you were to ask me 3 years ago if I see myself making content about business, let alone owning a few businesses, you'd get a kid that's quote unquote figuring it out. If we look back at my Snapchat memories, which I have very few, you'd see previous jobs of me working at Boston Pizza, a moving company, construction, or maybe even creating memories of my deadbeat nursing program. It was all something I thought would change my life. I was very disconnected from my passions and who I was as a person, let alone the effect of past relationships, traumatic experiences, and manipulation was a nest to blinding my own vision. It was a nest that poured cups of stress to the point where it would even overflow. Confusion, regret, abandonment. One example of that traumatic experience was having a gun pointed to my head. I looked right into the barrel as that robber yelled, "Who's got the nicest shit?" You're all getting robbed. I had a shaking foot on a gas pedal and a sleepless night to change my mindset and put myself first. It was nearly 5 years ago when I graduated high school. A bum handed me my diploma and gave off a vibe that screamed, this kid's not going anywhere. Now this isn't something I dwell on, but it's something I hold true to keep me motivated. It keeps me doing the things I have to do. Years after high school, you're going to feel a shift of energy from your core friend group. You'll either comply like them or find something within yourself to pull you out of the system. It's something that I was able to identify at the age of 16. Who are my friends? How can I feel fulfilled every day? It's why I truly believe I will always be financially secure. I play the game by my own rules. I used to be that kid that would lie down in bed and listen to a person no different than I am talk about how they went from broke, lost, insecure person to rich, healthy, and woke. Nearly 2 to 3 hours of content consumed per night, but no action was taken. Just like how you are right now, watching, praying that by luck you'll make it out. Lonely procrastination with no direction. If you've watched my content, you know I've been speaking about business, how to start business, habits to create. I've only been doing this YouTube shit for about 4 months, but you're witnessing someone who fully believes in himself. I envision myself looking at a plaque, maybe 2 on my wall, a collection of trophies, ribbons, and a monumental wall of celebration. A monument that says you did it, but your journey isn't over yet. I don't really know how you're interpreting this video, but there's 2 perspectives in which I think you are going about this. 1, you are extremely down bad and you are genuinely in need of something like this to get things off the ground. Or 2, you are living a comfortable and absolute life and you have no reason of being here because you're fine with how everything is. If you're fine, great. And if you're not, you are responsible for how your life can end up. Listen, the girl that just broke your heart is not a good enough excuse for you not to do anything. You gotta get your life together at some point. You have to take responsibility as your life is determined by the actions that you make. Don't take my words for granted. I've spent tens of thousands learning the skills that would bring me here. I've spent hours of time getting over a hill to finally accept and say, I will succeed no matter the cost. I'm just like you. I'm no different. I'm gonna tell you this story. There was once a kid who was 7 years old, playing outside at the park with the most creative imagination imaginable. He dreamt and thought about the things he wanted. When his dad would go up to him and ask him what he wants when he's older, the kid grinned and confidently said, a nice car, a nice house, a beautiful wife. The dad said, me too, son, me too. The kid was smart, athletic, and also very understanding of the certain situations he'd have to come across. He knew that his parents didn't have enough money to get what he wanted, let alone sometimes needs. But he remained present. He questioned everything and anything around him. His friends, teachers, school, space. The kid learned that if you want to experience more in the world and have more tangible things, you have to become someone of influence. The kid wondered a lot what life would be like if they just had a bit more money. Not a lot, but how different everything would be. In an alternate universe, maybe the dad would say, let's go get it, confidently knowing that it would make little to no dent in his wallet. But if we're talking about right now, the kid's gonna have to kiss that car goodbye. As he grew older, he made and lost a lot of friends. He observed strategically on who to trust and who to stay away from. He'd keep a distance until there was a perfect opportunity to take. It was a hustle like everything else. A hustle to form a winner's mentality. Each play he made was like a grandmaster chess player, a mentality that was triggered from a reaction deep within his heart. He figured that the world was obsessed with money, value, and tangible items. Now that might be you, and I understand that you feel that way. I was at the bottom too, working as a line cook, under the table work, construction, and the only thing that you can think about is how can I make it out? Anyone who is at the bottom wants nothing less than everything and to be at the top. But before you do that, let me tell you something. Do not attach yourself to money too much. Money will only solve money-solving issues. If you want to be unique, you're going to have to diversify yourself from your current habits. Everything that you do is a hustle. Everything that you do should work towards your goals. Find something or someone that starts the fire within you. You've probably heard this before, but if you're working a 9 to 5, if you're going to school, if you're complying to social norms, you're making somebody else rich. The answers to all your questions are up to you. Life is simple when you cancel out the noise. I ask you to learn how to ignore any distractions, turn off your notifications, put your phone across your room, turn off the PlayStation 2 hours earlier. Over the past 2 years, I believe I am really growing. I am becoming the person I want to become. And with that, I have a strong and supportive community that wants nothing but the best for each other. You see, my family never really believed in my opportunity. No matter how many times you'll tell them, they will always push what they think is best for you. Understand this though, they only want what's best for you. But also keep in mind that you are so much bigger than the plans that they have for you. I want you to ask yourself, what is my plan? Who am I? What am I really good at? While friends and others become dumber, you become happier, more fulfilled, and more connected. The fact that you are watching this video, congratulations for taking the first step. Consider this the speech that will make you decide to take action and change your life for the better. You're a lot smarter than you think, and you have a lot of people to prove wrong. The world is a shitty place. I said it. The reality of this world pushes evil, slavery, consumption. Anyone who tells you they are living a happy life aren't fully fulfilled. And I realized this at a very young age. The stress coming from my parents trying to feed myself and my sisters, the pain off of friends and family members expressing their tough day at work, hours to put into the care of their own offspring. It's a tough position to be in. They've become so in deep that it becomes nearly impossible to reverse the whole reality. Now there will be a time and a place where I can give you everything I know, but that time isn't now. That also includes the things that I hope to tell my parents one day, but again, my job's not finished. Look around you, just observe and unplug for a moment. You'll soon find out for yourself what is real and what isn't. Now I know this is a very sensitive topic, but once you get past it, you will become closer to your optimal self. You'll discover the infinite ways of making money than just going to school to sign up to the 9-to-5. The system is an ongoing loop where 99% of the world is trapped. Your parents, friends. Are you 100% sure that you want to become that nurse, lawyer? Are you 100% sure that you want to fall into the system that keeps you limited to one vacation per year? Do you even know what happens in college? 99% of the kids that go to college don't even know why they're in the program in the first place, let alone they haven't even matured enough fully to understand who they are as a person. Once the bell rings, class starts. Stress, anxiety, and immediate response to pick up the pencil to write down everything that is so correct. You want to have freedom, but you are taking notes from someone who doesn't have freedom at all. And then once class is over, what's next? I've heard this term many times being called stress relief or one more time won't hurt, and this will become a constant loop until you're too late to even realize that you're trapped. Then you take it even further if you graduate, not when. If. At this point after college, you're an adult, and like a lost pup, you go out in the world to realize that you have this piece of paper that validates what. So you give the job a go, and you're going back to your old college ways, which are your old habits, and you're back in the same system. You have to reclaim your focus. Why is it that these celebrities can live lavish lives and you can't? And you sit there consuming their content rather than creating it. Let me paint the picture really quickly. From the moment you are born, you are asked to comply. You're asked to write tests and get straight A's, and if you don't, you are considered a coward. What happened to your childlike imagination? You know, the ones where you believed you could fly. Some you may have thought you were invisible. You thought like a child and actually believed it at one point. Admit it. Now who's ever told you to think about even getting that back? Just me, right? If you believe in manifestation, the first step is to think and imagine things like a child. It is the purest form of your belief. It should be your duty to become the person that your younger self needed. Find the person or thing that motivates you. How many motivational speeches is it going to take until you finally take action? How many 9-to-5 shifts is it going to take for you to realize that you are meant for something more? How many heartbreaks are you going to have to suffer from until you realize that the only relationship that you need is yourself? How many? One day you're going to come back to this video and thank me. Don't be afraid to take the risk. You need to lead by example, not follow. I'm going to say a few things that you should expect once you begin taking action. Number 1, people are going to talk shit. They're going to judge, ignore them. They ain't shit. Number 2, you are going to fail and there are going to be obstacles, but understand early that these are only lessons. These lessons are the experiences that you need in order to optimize and achieve success. And number 3, no matter what, you will succeed. Now there is no promised time on when it will happen. As a matter of fact, you are the only person to decide that you have succeeded. One day you will wake up feeling more and more fulfilled. And it's going to come down to how much longer you are willing to push through while others are giving up. If you understand what I'm saying, and you've been woken up by this video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and comment the word claim in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that way you're ready for the next video. And if this video inspired you and you truly support me, share this on your Instagram story and tag me at Adrian DeMax. It's time you become someone of value. This is the start of a revolution. It's time for the world to see the real you. I'll see you on the other side.